Thank you so much to Lieutenant Governor Diane Denise. Give her a big round of applause. Senate candidate, soon to be Senator, now Congressman Tom Udall. Original candidate and soon to be Congressman Martin Heinrich. Original candidate with second CD, Ben Ray Lujan. Chairman of the Democratic Party of New Mexico, Brian Malone. And my great friend who traveled here, I'm so grateful to him. Give it up for George Lopez. I love you back. You know, I also want to make mention that, some of you know I was off the campaign trail yesterday. So many people have given so many well wishes to my grandmother and sent her cards and sent her flowers. And it means the world to her, it means the world to me. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. It's been very nice. You know, New Mexico, in 10 days, in just 10 days, you have the chance to elect the next president. You'll have the chance to bring the change we need to Washington. And that's the good news, but we're going to have to work. We're going to have to struggle. We're going to have to fight for every single one of those 10 days to move our country in a new direction we cannot let up. And I know it's in this crowd here tonight that we will not let up until we start finishing. So, and all of you, I hope everybody here has early voted. This is it. This is it right here. This is the vote early, vote Obama vote. We need you guys to go out there and vote early. If you don't know where to go, you just go to nm.voteforchange.com or call 877-NM-CHANGE. In case you need any motivation, Al Gore won New Mexico by 366 votes in 2000. John Kerry lost by less than 6,000 votes, or 5 votes per precinct. You taking the time to go out and voting early could make all the difference in the world. Because one thing we know is that change never comes without a fight. In the final days of the campaign, to say anything, do anything politics, a lot of times that takes over. We've seen it before, we're seeing it again now. The ugly phone calls, misleading mail and TV ads, the careless, outrageous comments. You don't have to vote, you just have to vote. Because all these diversionary tactics are all aimed at keeping us from working together. All aimed at stopping us from bringing the change we need. But that's not what we need right now. The American people, they don't want to hear politicians attack each other. You want to hear about how we're going to attack the challenges facing middle-class families each and every day. What we need right now is honest leadership. What we need is transformative leadership. That's why I'm running for President of the United States to fight for you in the middle class each and every day. The economic crisis we face is the worst since the Great Depression. Businesses, large and small, they're finding it impossible to get loans, which means they can't buy new equipment or hire new workers, or even make payroll for the workers they have. We've lost more than 750,000 jobs this year. Wages are lower than they've been in a decade at a time when the cost of health care and college have never been higher. It's getting harder and harder to make a mortgage or fill up your gas tank or even just keep electricity on at the end of the month. And this way, the question isn't just, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? The question is, are you better off than you were 4 weeks ago? So what we need right now is a real debate about how to fix our economy and help middle-class families. But that's not what we're getting from the other side. You know, a couple of weeks ago, my opponent said that if we keep talking about the economy, we're going to lose. That's what they said. So they said they'd be focusing instead on attacking me. Now that's one promise. That's one campaign promise that they kept. Dr. McCain has been throwing everything he's got at us, everything, hoping something will stick. He's even told me a socialist for suggesting that instead of giving tax cuts to corporations and the wealthy, we should give tax cuts to the middle class. Now, then the other day he turned to the whole new level. He said that I was like, get this, George W. Bush. You can't make this stuff up. It's what made me the strangest twist of a strange election piece. Senator McCain said that I will somehow continue the Bush economic policy, even though I'm opposed them ever since I've been in the United States Senate and ever since I was running for the United States Senate. John McCain suggested that he would be the one to change George Bush's policy. He actually denounced President Bush for letting things get completely out of hand. John McCain has been really angry about George Bush's economic policy, except he adopted all of it. Except during the primaries when he said we made great progress economically under George Bush. Or just last month when he said that the fundamentals of our economy are strong under George Bush. In fact, John McCain is so mad at George Bush, so opposed to George Bush's policy, that he voted with him 90% of the time for the last 10 years. That's right, John McCain really decided to stick it to George Bush 10% of the time. Well, let's be clear. John McCain attacking George Bush for out-of-hand economic policies like Dick Cheney attacking George Bush for his go-it-alone foreign policy. It's like Robin getting mad at Batman. John McCain hasn't been mad. He's been a sidekick when it comes to George Bush. Senator John McCain. And that's no surprise because when it comes to the policies that matter to middle-class families, there's not an inch of daylight between George Bush and John McCain. Just like George Bush, John McCain wants to keep giving tax breaks to all companies and CEOs, companies that ship our jobs overseas. It's the same failed Wall Street first, Main Street last economic policy, and we're going to change it. Like George Bush, John McCain wants to tax your health care benefits that you get from your employer for the very first time in history. And let insurance companies keep discriminating against people who need health care the most. That's the same failed insurance company first, your family last health care policy that we're going to change. Like George Bush, John McCain wants to privatize part of your Social Security. Leave it to the winds of the marketplace. Like George Bush, John McCain ignored the economy crisis until it was too late. Then he proposed a $300 billion bailout for Wall Street banks that hardly does anything to keep people like you staying in their homes. Just like George Bush, John McCain wants less government regulation of business. He said this again yesterday. The 21st time he's called for less regulation just this year.